Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl were the most ambitious Pokemon games ever. A spectacle in the graphics department, fluid gameplay, incredible mechanics, a true masterpiece. And obviously, I'm lying. These are probably most people's least favorite Pokemon games. Although I think they get a little too much hate, one thing they definitely have going for them is the shiny hunting. So that's why I'm going to be spending the next 100 hours shiny hunting in BDSP. These games have 4 main ways to shiny hunt in them: the Masuda method, Pokeradar, soft resets, and the Grand Underground. I began my 100-hour journey in these games at the top with the Masuda method. Back in August, I participated in the PM7 Sinnoh event to try and catch every Generation 4 Pokemon shiny. In anticipation of that, I stacked up 90 eggs for Fion, which I never ended up hatching because someone else found it. So my time is now. Problem with that is that every batch of 5 Fion eggs takes upwards of 8 minutes to hatch. And yes, this is with Flame Body, which reduces the time in half. So with 90 eggs in my box, hatching 5 at a time at 8 minutes a pop, that's about 2.5 hours to get through them all. And what was I rewarded with for my dedication? Absolutely nothing. Moving on to our second and main shiny hunting method for the rest of our time, it's the Pokeradar. But before we start that, we needed money. And the best way to get money in these games is to bully the elderly. So after 15 minutes of that, we can now attempt our first radar hunt. There's lots of radar exclusive Pokemon that I want to find shiny. And the one at the top of my priority list was Aron. So I went over to the Fuego Ironworks and began my hunt. Now, for those of you that don't know how radar chaining works, let me give you a quick explanation. Using this item, which you get from Professor Rowan after seeing every Pokemon in the Sinnoh regional decks, 4 patches of grass start shaking. You want to first find your correct target, which sometimes can take a while. Thanks, random encounters. Then, when you're in battle, catch the Pokemon. Once you're out of battle, if your chain doesn't break right away, 4 more patches of grass will be shaking. You then want to go to the furthest patch of grass and catch the Pokemon. Every time you do this, your chain increases, and your shiny odds get better. The idea is to get your chain all the way to 40 in order to have the best possible odds of 1 in 99. The issue is that depending on the patch you encounter, and whether or not you catch or kill the Pokemon, your chain can always break. No. If you go to the furthest patch and catch the Pokemon, you give yourself the best chance of continuing your chain. But there's still a 7% chance that it just breaks. 7% might not seem that high, but it kinda is. If you do this method for yourself, you'll see. Anyways, most people like getting their chain to 17. But since I'm such a rebel, I got mine to 18. Once you have your chain as high as you want it, you just run around for 50 steps and recheck patches using the Pokeradar. And eventually, assuming you don't kill your chain by accidentally running into a patch of grass, a shiny patch will appear. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Let's go! That wasn't even bad. Oh, my first Brilliant Diamond shiny. I love this thing with its red eyes. Aron summary. It is in fact shiny and it is bold. It's careful. And since catching shiny Aron didn't break my chain, I tried to get it as high as possible. Not only to find another shiny, but reaching a chain of 40 is a mini goal I have for myself during these 100 hours. Doing so is only about a 5% chance though. So we'll see. Because 5 minutes later, and it broke at 26. This method is so stupid. But I can't complain because I found this little cutie pretty fast. Oh, look at him go. Look at him go. Oh. I can't say the same for our next hunt though. I was headed to Route 209 in search of everyone's favorite guy, Miltank. That's not Miltank. Now, you may be thinking that this hunt went poorly because I couldn't get a high chain going, or because Miltank is just a pain to catch. But truthfully, it was just because I couldn't even get a chain started. Miltank. Miltank. Nope. The other one, please. No. No. Yes! Oh my god, that took over an hour. Took over an hour just to find a Miltank. Holy crap. If anyone ever tells you that they want random encounters back, no. No. Now, granted, I do play Brilliant Diamond as opposed to Shining Pearl, so Miltank has a 2% encounter rate instead of 10%. But like, come on. An hour? to find one, but at least I had a chain going now. Just needed to get it a little bit higher. Oh, it broke after one. Oh my god. So that was the extent of our Miltank escapades, for now. To follow it up, I was going for one of my favorite shiny Pokemon of all time. If you've listened to me yap before, you know I love green shinies. And you might know that a Pokemon I really want in Legend ZA is Swellow. I mean, just look at this thing. If someone tells you they don't like this shiny, they're lying to you. Also, its Gen 4 sprite is peak. Anyways, unlike Miltank, I was able to find my first Swellow much faster. Yay, Swellow, that didn't take an hour. But just like Miltank, these Swellow got hands. And after a chain of 11, damn it, stupid game, it was back to the drawing board. And again, after a chain of 5, oh my god, this game is so stupid. And one more time for good measure on a chain of 2. Oh my god. Eventually, after an hour of radaring, I got myself up to a chain of 16. With a chain of 16, shiny odds are 1 in 2048. So you shouldn't expect a shiny to show up too fast, which means I'll be doing a lot of this for a while. And when all you're doing is running around in the grass, back and forth and back and forth, well, that's when human error comes into play. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh no. My chain survives, it'll be a miracle, a Christmas miracle. Oh my god, it's a Christmas miracle. We've hit a chain of 17 on accident. Thankfully, my chain was spared. I just need to make sure I don't make that mistake again. Damn it, no. I did it again. Yeah, so, oops. Luckily, it survived. And surely it wouldn't happen a third time. Oh, there was one right in front of me. Oh, it's so Jover. It's Jover. Okay, so just to be a little fair to myself, that patch was directly in front of me and blocked by the trees. So it was pretty hard to see. But because it was so close, that means that even if I catch this Swellow, needed a Christmas miracle so bad, there's still a 37% chance the chain breaks. Somehow by some absolute miracle. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. So you want to see me do it again? Damn it. This goddamn omnidirectional movement. It's actually my own fault for being an idiot. Christmas miracle. I promise I won't make the same mistake 5 times. Oh my god. So the bright side of all of this is that I now have a chain of 20, meaning my shiny odds were now down to 1 in 1820. And after being blessed over and over again, it was only a matter of time. Oh, let's go. Let's go. I won't make the same mistake a 5th time. Hey, this shiny is so good. Ooh, if I had a friend ball right now. Ooh, oh my god, dusk ball? Never mind. I take it all back. Screw the friend ball. Let's go. Oh my gosh. I did not deserve this shiny, but I am so happy I got it. Now that I had the shiny, I could again try and get my chain up to 40. But of course, my luck had to run out eventually. Oh, and it ends at 28. Look at this little bird. It looks so stupid. You know what though? It doesn't matter because the shiny is so good. Meaning it was now time for our next hunt. And although Swellow was a roller coaster of emotions, this next one was worse, which just means that it took longer. The Pokemon that is the embodiment of a punching bag. I like Wobbuffet, but one thing I will say about it is that I kind of think the gender differences are dumb. Like, they just put lipstick on it and called it a day. So obviously I really want to find a shiny female Wobbuffet. Just like before, I was able to get a few chains going, but they eventually died before getting to where I wanted them. God. And after about 2.5 hours, I was on the right track. And an hour and a half after getting the chain I wanted. Oh! Yes! Wobbuffet, you beautiful, disgusting creature. Yes! Haha, pink. Pink lady. Of course it's female. Hey, I can't believe it worked. So I tried to get another one so it doesn't have the lipstick. And by that I mean just getting my chain as high as I can, like I attempted for the past 2 hunts. And it broke. Hey, check out my Wobbuffet. Oh my god, I kinda hate it. It's actually nightmare fuel. That's actually terrifying. So by this point, you get the idea of the Poké Radar. So I think it's a good time to introduce you to our third method of shiny hunting. Soft resets, a shiny hunting method as old as time. Since BDSP is a broken mess of a game, my guess is that they just forgot to shiny lock Pokemon. Which works in our favor, because shiny locks serve absolutely no purpose and are dumb. This game lets you soft reset a bunch of Pokemon. The box legendaries, anything in Ramanas Park, and most importantly, the mythicals. Now, unfortunately for me, when BDSP first came out, I did the surf glitch to make my way to Shaman before the event even came out, and I caught it without shiny hunting it, and I never even got the item for Darkrai. Kind of dumb they were a limited time thing, but whatever. The Pokemon we really want to shiny hunt is Arceus. As far as I'm aware, BDSP was the first time we as Pokemon fans were given a legit way to shiny hunt this llama. So if you hate BDSP, at least they did that right, whether it was on purpose or not. The problem with this hunt, and all soft reset hunts on Switch for that matter, is that closing and relaunching the game to check the Pokemon takes about 1 minute per reset. The odds of Arceus being shiny are 1 in 4096, so in order to hit odds, we would have to spend about 68 hours doing resets. Now, since this is a 100-hour challenge, that would be bad. And that's not even mentioning the fact that we could go over odds. Another thing is that this isn't the most riveting hunting method. So in order to keep myself sane, I started streaming resets. So you should totally subscribe and follow me on Twitch so you don't miss any streams in the future. Anyways, there isn't much else to say about it, so we'll come back to this later. In my downtime of doing Arceus resets, I was back on the radar grind. I made my way to an old friend that didn't take an hour to find this time. And even better than that, there's no way. Chain of 3? Let's go. Oh, I love this shiny. This is one of those shinies that I feel like doesn't get talked about enough. It's beautiful. And I mean, who doesn't love blueberry milk? Alright, I mean, I guess let's see if we can get another one. And it broke my chain. So this was by far our fastest radar hunt, finding the shiny with a chain of 3. Meaning it obviously needed to be followed up by the most brutal radar hunt yet. Allow me to introduce you to the Nincada Incident. My chain broke after catching the first one. If that's not a bad omen, then I don't know what is. Then it broke again 15 minutes later. And when I was finally able to get a good chain, something worse happened. I'm out of repels. Oh, I'm at an 18 chain. Come on. Don't do this to me. Don't do me like this. Mind you, this was already a few hours into the hunt. I tried to salvage it by doing my steps outside of the tall grass, but that only lasted for so long until I eventually got into a battle. Oh man, okay. I knew it had to end eventually. But since I was out of repels, that means it's once again time for... And I will never run out of repels again. Hopefully. Then it was straight back to the Nincada dungeon. What does the big grass mean? What does it mean when it does that? Oh my god, what's happening? What happened with my camera there? Is that what the big grass does? And after another hour, I was able to get my chain back to the magic number of 17. So remember what I said about human error? I ran into one by accident and it killed my chain, of course. And for my next chain, I did this. Oh my god, I can't do anything right. I just killed it by going on my bike. Oh my god. And then it broke again. Nincada. And again. This wasn't supposed to be this difficult. I had that chain all the way to 28. But finally, after 6 hours looking. Yes! Finally! Oh, that took too long. Yes! Oh, it's so good. Yippee! So, you want to see me do it again? Now, I know I got my Nincada already, but I've accidentally climbed this chain to 27, and I do want to find another one if possible. So I'm not leaving until I get a second. Let's see how this goes. I think it's going to go really well. Really well. Idiot. Then, 20 minutes after that... What? No! How do I keep doing this? Okay, we're still alive. I believe this is now my longest chain. Please don't screw this up. Please don't screw this up. Oh, shoot. No. Oh, no. Thank God. And a little while after, I once again did the unthinkable. No, I did not mean to do that! No! Why did I go on my stupid bike? God! I'm unbinding my bike. Oh my God, I'm pissed. That was my longest freaking chain, bro. It was at 30. That was the chosen chain. I was gonna get that one to 40, bro. So if you were me in this position, what would you do? I already found a shiny Nincada. I didn't need a second one. Was it time to cut my losses, stop wasting time, and move on to a different hunt? You fool. I was filled with determination. But first, some more Arceus resets. 500 to the 1. I believe. Do you believe in the heart of the cards? 1 in chat if you believe. If you just believe. Oh, oh. You know Josh Groban? Trust the process. This is the one. Why? One more. It's not a problem. I can stop whenever I want. 99% of gamblers stop before they make it big. You're so right. You're so freaking right. Thank you for the shiny. Okay, moving on. Getting another Nincada chain started took Miltank levels of patience. Fortunately though, getting it back to 17 wasn't as hard. But then I started running low on repels again. 34. And just decided to send it. No. I hate this bug. And after many hours, I was back with another chain and finally... Yeah! I'm free. Let's go. I'm free. I got you, you son of a... Oh, you thought you could escape me. You would have thought. Oh, I can't believe it. I can believe it. I'm very stubborn. Okay, let's get this chain to 40 now, because we're just built different like that. No, the chain breaks at 34. Wait, that chain was at 34? Well, Nincada is now my top 3 chains after spending I don't even know how long. Editor me will let you know. Anyways, now that I had my second shiny Nincada, I could evolve it. But my reason for evolving it isn't because the evolution has a good shiny. In fact, it's gotta be one of the biggest downgrades of a shiny ever. But because you get 2 for the price of 1. If you evolve Nincada into Ninjask and have an empty slot in your party, you also get Shedinja. And if it's a shiny Nincada, you just turned your single shiny into 2. Stonks. Anyways, that was probably one of my biggest wastes of time in a while. So let's waste some more with our 4th method of shiny hunting. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even attempt this method. Everything you find in the caverns of the Grand Underground are full odds. But there's also these Digletts and Dugtrios you can find. If you run into 40 points worth of them, your shiny odds increase by double, making everything in the Grand Underground a 1 in 2048 chance. For 4 minutes. And then you get to do it all over again. So I really didn't feel like running around doing that for hours and hours. But if you guys watching are interested, I'd like to do a shiny only playthrough of BDSP in the near future. And I promise I will do at least 1 Grand Underground shiny hunt for that. So let me know if that's something you're interested in seeing. Now back to our regularly scheduled radar hunts. This time, Baltoy. And I'm just now realizing that a lot of these hunts have been for Gen 3 Pokemon. Anywho's, the game must have felt bad for the long hunts that we just endured. Because something insane happened. What? 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 Was that even a shiny patch? What? What just happened? I'm just trying to start a chain of Baltoy. I haven't even found a Baltoy yet. Where did you come from? This is a chain of 0, okay? And 1, I don't have Shiny Charm, but 2, Shiny Charm doesn't work in this game even if I did have it. That's a full odds Stunky. Oh my gosh, the game felt so bad about our last hunt. That's insane. Okay, I'll gladly take it. Let's go. Oh my gosh, that was unexpected, to say the least. Okay, well, let's try and find a Baltoy. I'm gonna have a Stunky chain going now. I don't want this Stunky chain. I'm gonna break it. Okay, thank you, Stunky chain of 1. Let's find our actual target now, please. And the only thing I have to add to that, can we just appreciate how cool, calm, and collected I was for that encounter? Okay, on to Baltoy, which took a few minutes to find. Hello, old friend. Yeah! But let's just say my luck was still kind of insane. This is going to be an excellent chain. Because on a chain of 8... Oh, that was so fast! Chain of 8? Brother, let's go. He's got green eyebrows. If the blue on the quick ball was green, it would be almost perfect. But I'm still using it. Let's go, the spinning top. This chain didn't even make it to the usual 17 that I would start looking for a shiny at. Tragic. Okay, I'm not gonna go insane and look for a second one because both Baltoy and Claydol shinies are kind of mid, but that's okay. We can move on. Yippee. And after this very successful hunt, there was really just one more radar chain I wanted to take on. And yes, it is another Gen 3 Pokemon. But to be fair to myself, I was only hunting Pokemon that I didn't have the shiny of, or that I can't find in other Switch games. Or don't want to. Looking at you, Sword and Shield. This time I was hunting this silly little goober. You like that color scheme? Well, too bad, that's not what its shiny looks like. I was able to get my first chain up to 20, and then did that classic thing where I wasn't paying attention, ran into a shaking patch. No, what did I do? And killed it. No, I trolled. But the shiny gods were still on my side because my next chain, chain of 11. We are so freaking back, baby. Shiny Kecleon, let's go. With his blue stripe. Now I know it isn't the purple shiny we want, but I still do really like shiny Kecleon. And I'm gonna once again catch it in a quick ball because I feel like it kind of matches the best. Let's go. And with that, I've pretty much done every radar hunt I wanted to. Okay, I was just about to say we don't have to run around this grass anymore, but I'll get my chain as high as I can go. But no, I won't, because 11 is as far as it goes. So what's next? Well, allow me to introduce you to the 5th secret shiny hunting method in BDSP, swarms. If you open up your menu, every day there's a different swarm. Go to the route where said swarm is, and you can shiny hunt that Pokemon through the Poke Radar. So it's not really a different method, it's just Poke Radar 2.0. And immediately after my Kecleon hunt, I had a swarm of Krabby. Krabby isn't necessarily a shiny I want too terribly, but since this is my first time attempting a swarm, I figured why not. Also, you get to see their silly little heads pop out of the grass. Anyways, when you go to a route with a swarm, you have a 40% chance to find the Pokemon with the Poke Radar. So there really shouldn't be any more Miltank incidents. And with my first chain, I was very confident. I believe in the one chain. One and done, one chain, I believe. And 15 minutes later, I had worked the chain all the way to 20. We're at 20. Let's get this Quab. The one problem with radaring a swarm, though, is that even though it's cute to watch the Pokemon pop out of the grass, it's a little distracting. And I clearly have some past history of having some trouble paying attention during radars. They also make it just a little hard to see the shaking patches. But shockingly, I didn't lose my focus. And I ran around this grass for 2 hours with absolutely nothing to show for it. So I just decided to send it and started getting my chain higher, which I got to 28 and then chickened out of doing any more. But I took the crab hunt to stream, where after another 20 minutes, Torchic definitely ain't the goat though. Oh, shiny patch. Let's go, Mr. Krabs. Money. Hey, wait, it is. I thought it was green. Well, I guess the Ultra Ball matches. No, I'm not naming him Piss. I'm naming him Mr. Space Crabs. Plankton Crabs. And just like all radar hunts I do, after finding the shiny, I had to at least try and get my chain to 40. And this time, I made history. Can we get 35? Oh my goodness. Okay, with a chain of 35, we have shiny odds of 1 in 1192. That's actually not as good as I thought it was going to be. My highest chain yet. I think this Krabby chain is the one. It's the chosen one, the prophecy. And finally, come on baby, give me a chain of 40. I used to dream of days like this. Let's go. Let's go. The world's first chain of 40. First ever. Let's go. Don't fact check that. And with a chain that high, our odds of finding a shiny are insanely good at 1 in 99. With odds this good, I'm legally obligated to get another shiny. Oh, I ran into a patch. I didn't mean to do that. Oh no, I'm trolling. I was looking at chat. If the chain breaks, it's chat's fault and not mine. Just let the record show. It's not my fault. It's not my fault, but the chain is alive, so it doesn't matter. Game looks very immersive. Oh, it's immersive. Makes you feel like Krabby. Really feel like a crab. Let's go! Shiny Krabby, let's go! It's a woman. You can't name it Mr. Krabs. Watch me. I kind of want to keep the chain going just because we're at 42 and this is unprecedented times. But I have 2 now, so there's really no point. 1 more crab? I mean, this one's for the fans. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I'm trolling. Ooh, I might have just killed the chain. I killed the chain. It ends at 43. Whoopsie. Sorry to the fans, I've let you down. But hey, check out this shiny Kingler. Let's go! So now it was time for more Arceus resets. Turn Arceus picture upside down. Now we'll find it. Which I was doing on stream and off stream to maximize my encounters. And while doing that, I was trying to get more swarms to hunt. Now, swarms reset every day, once your clock hits midnight. But there is a way to speed up this process instead of waiting 24 hours for a new swarm. You can't just change your time though, otherwise you end up with a 24-hour time penalty. But you can change your time zone. Usually that means you have to wait an hour between checking swarms, but there's a few time zones that are 30 or even 15 minutes apart. So that's kinda epic. It's not the fastest, but at least it's better than waiting an entire day. And since I had time to kill between swarm checks, I was just doing more Arceus resets. Oh my god! 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 Are you kidding me? No! Of course it's off stream. Oh my god! No way! Oh, this was my last check. This was my last check of oh my god! Are you kidding me? Are we kidding? I had to put my camera on. Oh my god! Oh my goodness. 17:20. That wasn't even bad. I'm lightheaded. I can't breathe. I'm prepared, I think. Quick ball. Let me fling my Lepa Berry at it, just in case. Big damage. See if I can get it to yellow health. If I can get it to yellow, I will start yucking balls. Okay. Damn it. Imagine I ran. I'm so nervous to press the wrong buttons. I'm gonna start yucking some balls just because. Can't hurt to yuck. Okay, not even one shake. It can hurt to yuck. Come on, timer balls. Don't let me down, timer balls. Come on. The timer ball is going to work. I believe in timer ball supremacy. The way I'm holding my controller right now is insane because I don't want to press any wrong buttons. Look how I'm holding this thing. I'm literally holding it like this because I don't want to accidentally press the wrong buttons. 3. Yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! I will name you Beans. We've done it. Save the game. Immediately save the game. I feel like I'm dreaming. I feel like this can't be real. I'm gonna throw up. Nature guesses. I'm gonna go bold. It's impish. Save again. So, while just trying to reset swarms, Shiny Arceus came to me. My dog! Ah, this is so cool. He looks a little stupid when he's this tiny, but And in total, it was about 1720 resets. I don't know the exact amount because I was doing a decent amount in bed, but at most it was like 2,000. But we'll just say 1720. Meaning, if my math is mathing, it took me just under 30 hours to get this beautiful creature. Worth it. I was blessed in more ways than just one, because after catching Shiny God, I got the exact swarm that I was hoping for. Oh, there's a Corsola swarm! If you don't understand why, you will once you see Shiny Corsola. And after an hour and a half with a chain of 20, oh, that was so fast! We're matching. Let's go, Shiny Corsola! Goated Shiny. Oh, it's such a cutie. And let me tell ya, this thing was just as annoying to catch as Arceus. It has both recover and life do. Let's go! Yippee! Silly little Corsola. Goodbye. But after that Corsola, there was really just one shiny I wanted left. If you don't know, Pokemon recently released another Pokemon Home Finish the Deck's Mystery Gift Shiny. This time for BDSP and Shiny MANAPHY. A very sought after Pokemon. One that I absolutely would have never bothered getting if not for this. The big problem with this though, is that every Pokemon has to be obtained in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And this is how my dex is looking so far. So we've got a lot of work ahead of us. I started off by catching a Ditto, and then breeding for the starters. Thanks, Obama. I have Empoleon and Chimchar from my original playthrough. Shiny Piplup! But I needed to go to the Grand Underground to find Turtwig. I'm gonna play alone. I'm gonna play with myself. Which took 45 minutes of searching. Oh, Turtwig! He's real! Yippee! But I was also able to catch some other annoying Pokemon like Cherubi, that seems important, Gibble, and Mantike. Since I need to catch basically every Pokemon in the dex, I'm definitely going to be skipping over some parts. Then I started doing more breeding. Or as we started calling it in chat, a quick breed sesh. A quick breed sesh. I'm sorry. And after that, there was a whole lot of catching. Obama Snow, Machoke, Nibbleknee, Graveler, Golbat, Bronzong, Graveler again, and really so much more. So I'm not going to include every single one. But I ended my 3-hour dex grind with 88 out of the 150 Pokemon I needed. I then spent some time off stream, grinding out some other encounters and evolutions, where I ended up coming across another swarm I was very interested in doing. So I made my way to the Valley Windworks and did what I've already done so many times. Got my first chain up to 20 and found a shiny pretty easily. Ooh, that was pretty fast. Let's go. Shiny Electrike, gorgeous. And the quick ball actually goes insanely good with this. Now, I really wanted to find another one because Shiny Manectric is incredible, but I wasn't able to make that happen after a couple more hours of looking. Then it was back to more dex grinding. I made my life a bit easier and transferred over some Pokemon that were annoying to find, like Spiritomb. Did some more quick breed sesh, you know? And once I had everything in order, what am I missing on this page? Goldeen and Seaking are in this game? What? I transferred Pokemon that needed to evolve from trades or level up into Legends Arceus, gave them candies and link cords, and then transferred them back. And after many hours, I never evolved Remoraid. It was finally over. Box 1, box 2, 3, 4, and 5 jazz hands. Then I had to transfer them all into Pokemon Home with the singular free box they give you, because I refuse to pay money for something like storing my virtual creatures. I'm gonna open this up and it's gonna tell me that I don't have 150 out of 150 Pokedexes. Games. Oh my god, I'm missing one. And of course, I missed a trade evolution. But now that I actually had all 150 Pokemon in BDSP, I claimed my Shiny MANAPHY. Game Pokedex completion. Shiny MANAPHY. What? The first person in the world to do it. Don't fact check that. And that's where our story ends. We did it. Let's go. There were a few more swarm hunts that I would have liked to have done, but I did so many swarm resets, and I think I literally found every swarm except the two that I would have wanted to hunt, being Spinda and Snubbull. Which is funny because when this whole thing started and I was hatching my Fiona eggs, there was a Snubbull swarm happening right under my nose. I'm still looking for those two though, so if by some chance I find them before I finish editing this video, I will show them off right now. But that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far. We ended up with 16 shinies in 100 hours of playing. Be sure to like and subscribe. And shout out to the channel members. If you'd like to help support me, become a member and gain access to some cool emotes and channel badges. Okay, bye bye.